must be.
What's up, everyone? Okay, we're screen sharing. I didn't know because I didn't see. But yeah,
Oh, look at that!
how is everyone? Hope everyone had a great Saturday. Lots of bingo live streamed, even if it was some of it was not on our channel, some of it was on other channels, but a lot of bingo to watch today. Here's the final match of the day.
Yeah, Despin and Peaches, they both went 2-0 in their first two matches of the day, so they got elected to play in the finals for today, which is going to be normal lockout, regular lockout.
First to 13. That's all you need. No restrictions, no BS. So, yeah. Once they are, Despin's practicing the manta movement, like when you get the shot. Peaches is ledge grabbing in a still frame, plaza. Oop. But yeah, how are you doing, Deathline?
I'm good. I went 2-1 today, which is
That's
pretty
good.
decent.
Yeah.
Played some bingo. Tired. Get to play more bingo tomorrow, so.
Yeah, you get to play against me non-lockout.
It's bingo season once again.
It is. It was a long break, but we're back. But we still got a few more weeks before like the actual season 4. So
we are back.
Kind of.
In a week and a half. 2 weeks.
Yeah, a lot of good signups. A lot of Div 2 specifically. I think already signed up. Div 1's looking a little different this year, but that's just to be expected with that type of sport. You're Div 1 now. How does that make you feel? Just by virtue of Div 1 players like me and Ramato dropping out. How does that make you feel?
I mean,
you're like top 5. You're top 5?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've always felt like if there was like a bingo all-time 1v1 spreadsheet, right? And he had like every single player who played in an official match over the course of the last like 6, 7, 8 years, however long it's been going on. I'd probably put myself in the top 16, and that's about it. I don't, not really actually Div 1 material, but I'm good enough.
That's how I felt when I entered Div 1, but I had a few good matches. I think we're having some restream technical issues here. Because restream's tough. I've been in Derp's position before many times and upset many people who just wanted to watch some bingo and got
Did you read the patch notes, right, Jeff? What's your opinion?
I wrote the patch.
Yeah, you wrote the patch notes. There, even better. So you know what
I didn't write. I wrote like draft and then Lego, but I like helped with the patch is what I'm saying. I do know the patch.
Of the new rules.
So far so good. I only saw a few matches today, but from what I saw, I like the I liked how it's looking. Like I feel like things are not too bad right now. I don't know how did you can tell me how you feel in a second, but goals wise, I like the new 15 from 3, 12 from 8 stuff, or 12 from 4 stuff. I think it's cool. It wasn't too much new. It was just kind of a reshuffling type of patch, but yeah, I like what we did. I would have liked to do more, but alas, I was shot down by someone named Gramado. He still has the final say.
Yeah, the 3 matches I played, 15 from 3 showed up in 2 of them, and then the one I didn't have it in, I got 75 blues. That was cool. I don't know how I feel about having a 15 from 3 and a 12 from 4. I think 12 from 4 is kind of annoying.
Annoying for stat trackers, so.
Definitely annoying for stat tracking, and it's just kind of annoying to count in general and to route in. It's a lot. It makes doing totals just more thinking to me now. So
it is a lot to think about. I do like the goal, but it is a lot to think about.
I'm not sure how I entirely feel about it yet. I am interested in T-Secrets 1 level. The one card I got to play it on, I absolutely cheesed my opponent. So kind of cool. Thank you, Invasion, for being a...
Yeah, I've yet to see how that's going to play out.
But, I mean,
Well, I
in
need-
theory, when you're not playing scuff formats called Invasion, it should be pretty good, right? I mean, Bianca, Serena, late pin value. It kind of helps the mid-game value for some of these. Might make Bianca just more stronger there in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, that was always been like the first goal with patch 3 was just make Bianco and Rico a little better. Maybe not Rico, but just make Bianco a little better. And after 2 micro patches, we finally got there. So.
And Bianca is busted.
Yeah, that's bingo balancing for you. One world's always gonna. We gotta, yeah. We'll look into some of that. It's hard.
As a bingo, I think we should go back to the era of Rico being busted.
I'm bad at Rico, so
the least evil of the bunch.
Right, both players are going to their menus now.
But yeah, let's talk about the players. We haven't talked about the players. Like, both had a pretty good season 3, I think. Despin, Despin got second. He beat Ramato. It's pretty good. Did not win against JJ. JJ's not an easy opponent, so very understandable. And I forget how Peaches did, but it was his first season in Div 1. After playing in... Technically, it was Despin's first season in Div 1 too, to be fair. But, you know what I mean. Yeah, Peaches, like, destroyed Div 3, destroyed Div 2, and kind of just had to get into Div 3. And we'll see how... Or Div 1. We'll see how he does in Div 1 this year.
Yeah.
And here we have a card, so let's go. 15 from 3, it returns. It's here again.
Let's see. Alright, Wiggler, 10 yellow button coins. It's cute.
That's what Peaches is gonna do. That's my prediction.
You got 5 boss shines and 100 coin shine in a boss episode, so Gelato not looking nice. Sandbird blues, so Gelato, 100 coins? Dude, Gelato. Vibing right now.
Hold on, I'm making the prediction here.
Other than that, I mean, you got like your bread and butter Bianca hidden, 20 Bianca blues, Pin up Pianta blues, Delfino blues, 70 total blues.
Blues are pretty good. Yet again.
We are now showing up with the 13 Delfino shines with blue trades. Back to that since whatever the other goal was. Too much or too little.
15 is still present. I think it's just it could either be 13 or 15 now.
Yeah, 13 makes it a little bit easier if you don't want to do some extra blues or you want to do those extra annoying Delfino shines that are slightly longer.
Yeah, I think you could start in a few different worlds here. Pianta's not too bad. 4 Pianta shines, 16 blues. That might be where Despin starts. Despin loves Pianta. I feel like every match I've ever watched from Despin, he just goes to Pianta.
Yeah,
or maybe that's what he does.
Pianta and
It's
Gelato
not
looking
that
like
good.
the best. 1 from each, 2 from 7 on the card, so definitely promoting World Tour a lot more than we used to, and it's very noticeable.
It works well with uniques as well. Or is there uniques on this card? Did I misread that?
No, it's just 5 bosses.
Okay, never mind. Well, it works. It still works with 5 bosses because Manta, a shine you're gonna want, and then 5 secrets is right after. So Serena even has a little bit of value here.
Especially with 5 NPC blues on the card.
Yeah, it's not like, see, that was something we were trying to correct from last patch, was that people would do 5 NPC blues in Pianta often, and you could still do that here. It would not be that overpowered now. Now the 5 NPCs is kind of returning back to something you can consider doing outside of Pianta. So definitely an early Bianco Serena could be good there. No reason to do Fruit Ladies here, unless you just need an NPC. But it's not the most common. Bianco doesn't look too overpowered on this card, which is good. There's 20 Bianco blues and 1 Bianco hidden, but really not crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like it's pretty balanced.
Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think anything's really that overpowered.
This is as good as it gets for just a straight lockout card.
Peaches is gonna like this card.
it really comes down to where you start and then the flow tree from there.
I
Where
think
would
every
you
world
start?
is. Where would I start?
So I'm feeling the gelato play, but I don't know if that puts me too far behind of Penna and
Gelato?
Milky.
I would. I wouldn't want to start Pianta. I don't feel like Pianta gets you a few goals early. Oh, Despin saving. Almost saving.
Go.
Took it as. Anyway, I don't think Pianta gets you too much early here. I wouldn't want to go Pianta. I would probably just go to Bianco, I think, and try to work, just get some shines and secrets going. 20 Bianco blues, get a secret, get a boss, get a hidden shine. There's just, I feel like Pianta sacrifices a little bit too much early on. It's not bad, but it might be more worth doing after something like Bianco or Rico on this card. It might not be worth rushing.
Mhm.
Unless you just, I don't know, could.
Yeah, if there were pipes on the card, it'd be a lot better.
I might do like a Bianco into Pianta on this card. Or maybe Bianco into Gelato, something like that. I don't know if I would do the Gelato play. Progression-wise, it might actually the Gelato play is looking better the more I look at it, because you got 100 in Gelato, 100 in a boss shine, 10 yellow button coins, Wiggler, Sandbird blues. That's kind of insane, actually.
Right, and then like, I mean, you do kind of forfeit Penna, but there's 6 Penna, 16 Penna blues, Penna Shadow Mario, and like Milky hundreds.
This
Like, I
card's
mean,
spread out enough where if you go to Gelato, like,
I feel like you don't get punished for it.
yeah, it's not too bad. And plus, like, you get like a free 15 blues from hundreds. Not literally 15, but pretty much. I don't know how many blues you get in Gelato hundreds, but it's like close to 10 probably for free.
Maybe just like prep, like you just do like Bianco 2 with some blues, Rico 1 with some blues into Gelato or something like that, and that way you're set up for some Bianco, some Rico. Right, there is Rico 3 Harvest. That's about it in Rico, but easy blues, easy shines, things like that.
Yeah, so I'm very curious how this will separate. Like, I could see one of them just doing a Gelato rush. I would not like to see it, but I could see it. Honestly, Pianta and Gelato might actually have some strength, but like I was saying earlier, you kind of forfeit some stuff you might need in late game by doing a Pianta play. Because Pianta gets you like 2 goals. That's it. I mean, it gets you progress towards like 1 from each, 2 from 7, but like you're kind of behind to secrets, you're kind of behind to bosses, stuff like that. So I'm not huge on the Pianta start, but that being said, if I saw someone do Pianta, I would think it's an okay play. And now I see nothing. Oh,
Things are happening.
I still see nothing, but you know what? I'm going to use my telekinesis to say that Despin is in Pianta right now.
They're still in airstrip, probably. They're both efficient.
Oh, are they?
Tomorrow we must
6
do our
minutes.
best to resolve the situation.
Every streamer today, so. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna guess that Despin will go to Pianta.
Kind of force it is changing 16 Piano Blues, just because like
What do you mean?
like Piano 3 is fast to get to. Of itself just feels like not great value a lot of the time. And like I kind of wish there was like more value to do Pianta, like other than just like 16 Piano Blues and then like 1 from each, if that's like the only thing on the card. Because then it just feels like Pianta's just there, and then like Pianta knows. It's just like the early progression that you could get to combo with like late game stuff just doesn't feel like as good anymore, in a sense. But I don't know how you would change that to properly make it work.
So both players not going to Pianta right away. Both players haven't been playing that much SMS, from what I understand. Peaches hasn't been playing in like 2 months.
Peaches has been playing the Hollow Knight variant of SMS.
And Despin always is like doing some ILs and stuff, but like I think he's been playing Elden Ring.
He's currently in Elden Ring.
He's currently in Elden Ring, so everyone's been playing some different games, and I've been the same way. I've been playing Pokemon Arceus, so I feel like the league, everyone just ended up playing different games in the end. For some reason, just how it happened. So we'll see what happens here. Both players aren't Gelato rushing, likely, because they would have done Beach Shine or whatever. Ooh, Despin got like no water on Shadow Mario there. Ooh, Peaches might be Go into Rico? I could see a Rico into Gelato here. I don't think that's too bad. Like a Rico, you do 2 shines. You could do like 2 shines and then 3 hoverless, and then go to Rico.
Nope.
Never mind. Peaches
Nope,
just threw the pepper to troll me.
Movement.
I mean, I do think that would have been a good play though. Like you do 2 Delfino shines, you do Rico 3 hoverless, very fast shines. You have a secret open, you get a boss, you open a second boss almost. That could have been good. Could have.
Could have. But now we'll never know. Thanks,
Now we'll
Peaches.
never know because we're in a Bianco race.
We're in the time chamber of just only watching Bianca for the first 15 minutes of the bingo, every bingo.
At least in this case, Bianco's not like overpowered, so it's not like it's that race who wins this race. If you lose, let's say you do lose any of the goals, you're still set up for a lot. So you go for 20 Bianca blues, you're still set up for 15, and you got a link. You get an NPC even. You get a boss. So it's like hidden, you kind of lose out a little bit more. In fact, I don't actually like hidden on this card. It doesn't really get you anything besides shines and secrets.
It is just kind of a shine and a secret, and that's about it, and just a click.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, if someone goes for it, I'm not gonna, like, yell at them. I'm just saying it's not the most powerful goal.
I think to start, you should just do Bianca 3 with, like, a 15 route, or maybe a modified 15 route, and then just leave.
Yeah, I could see that. So, get to watch an any % race here.
Peach is currently winning, because Despin saved, and also had a low shadow mark.
Despin got like 1 water particle of water on Shadow Market. Didn't go the long way though, so that's all that matters.
Yep.
But see what, we didn't talk about Noki, but Noki's kind of probably one of the worst, least good worlds in this card.
Yeah, it has even less value than Delfino does.
Although, if both players ignore Gelato, Noki 200s and a boss shine might be a thing.
That is true, and I guess at that point, Eel Blues are still on the table. But I feel like both of these players are smart enough to not ignore all of the Gelato value.
I'm convinced someone will go to Gelato here. I'd be surprised if no one
I
did.
don't know. Maybe it's a moment where, like, man, the other player's gonna go to Gelato, so I'm just gonna play around it, and then they both don't go to Gelato.
Yep,
very frequently.
I've been in that position more times than I can count, and I've seen that position more times than I can count. So.
Alright, both players back into Bianco. We'll see if they do what I suggested, or just go looking.
Nope.
Looking
They
like
think you're bad.
80% race.
That's been doing the 1 slide strat. So, yep, both players have a boss, both players have a secret. So, I don't know if you would really want to rush 20 on this card. I actually don't dislike your idea of 15 and 3. Because you can, like, kind of leave 20 up for later.
Right, because, like, what else is the value? I mean, I guess you could do 20 into Bianco 4, and then, like, have Peter open, I guess, for, like, a 5th boss shine. But doing 20 in Bianca 4 and doing the shine at the same time also is just, like, really bad.
I do not want to see either of them go for 20, because it is just so slow, and it really doesn't get you that much on this card. Like, those 5 extra blues specifically don't get you that much.
Yeah. Peaches and Despin going back in. They really like their Bianco.
We'll see what they do here.
Is this a Bianco hidden race?
I don't think it is. Both players know to scroll back. They both know that. They both have told me that before. So I don't think they're doing hidden unless they forgot, which is possible. Nope, I think we're seeing... Despin might be doing Bianco 4.
Okay, blues.
We're seeing a 20 Bianco blues race, I think. This is interesting. This is not what I
guess into Bianca 3 hidden.
I'd like to see a fast 15 into hidden. I'd be okay with that. I do not really think that 20 would be that good of a play. Personally.
Despin with the lead now. Oh, okay. Flip blue first.
I don't know. I'm not
just with the lead now.
You don't need to scroll back. It's just faster to scroll back. my mistake.
Isn't it like the same?
It's like 0.2. It's like 0.2. But they both know it, and these are both the type of players who would like care about that. I do know this player.
All right, Peaches with a few second lead because Despin had some trouble with the Cliff Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Peaches gonna opt for the inside wall linked first. Hopefully he grabs his blue.
Yeah, that blue has a lot of time on it.
Forever.
Ooh, falling.
Dead jump against the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna really say it again. I really think 15 into the hidden would be good. The 20 just doesn't feel like it has that much value.
And back to even.
What is Despin doing now?
Despin is going on an adventure this way to Bianca 3.
I think he's doing what I... Or maybe not. Oh wait, this is actually the route. This is actually the optimal 20 route. You're supposed to get the windmill on the way here.
Ooh.
But I think he just forgot.
See, I'm an anti-zoomer, so I don't know new routes.
That was made by Shadow Mario 27. Alright, so Despin
Peaches...
getting his NPC.
Yeah, Peaches went out and got these blues first.
I do not know Peach's route. I don't know... I think he has his own route for the blues actually here, so it might be his route.
This is gonna be interesting without Rubber Nozzle or Rocket. Okay.
I just didn't expect to see the 20 Bianco race here. I just didn't. Oh, okay, he's leaving. I like this call, as long as he doesn't... Okay, never mind. I don't know what to do. Keep OB.
Modified 20 route, I guess. I think Peaches has made the call. He's just like, I don't care anymore. I'll get the remaining ones along the way.
If you're Peaches, like, now you know Despin didn't do Bianco hidden. But you could be racing to 20, so you don't want a full commit.
Okay, never mind. He's just doing the custom route. Yep. Despin just needs one more blue.
I'm kind of scared this enemy might cause Peaches. Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Peaches clicking, or Despin clicking all the wrong goals. So
Peaches now has pretty good information.
Yep. And he still has, you know, most of the value out of Bianca. He can get the goal, which is, you know, a click, but he still has 15 at least from here, so he's prepped for it, and he'll get this clicked in return.
Yep. It is not a problem, really.
Which is a fine trade, in my opinion. I think technically Despin is net better just because of totals on the card, but it really does not make a difference.
So do you think Despin's gonna read this click from Peaches as a race to 20 Bianco that Peaches bailed on?
I would. I don't see why you would delay Bianco hidden if you go for it at the start. Not that I would know why you would go to Bianco hidden at the start, but
right.
I would assume that there was a close race and that or something like that, and they were setting up for it.
Not all is lost for Despin. You still get a shine and a secret here, which that could be important. Yep. Nothing else that really gets you, but you know what? Something. So they both have pretty good information. Oh god, don't grab the wrong shine, Despin. Please. Please don't. I've seen Ramato do that before. He was doing 100 in a secret, and he grabbed like Bianco 3. I think he lost the match because like this. I think it was a scrim. I think he lost because of that.
You grab Bianco 3. It's like 3 platforms away.
I think he muscle memoryed.
Interesting.
Peaches is doing
11 Delfino right now, which Despin is.
Oh yeah, there's 11 Delfino on this card.
Okay, Despin is gonna stop to open Rico, while Peaches continues on the 11 Delfino blue route.
I don't actually think you need Jelly Skip 2 if you have the linked unlocked. I could be wrong on that. Actually, no, I think you do.
You do.
Yeah. See where Despin goes here. Despin might do Rico 3 hoverless. I could see that.
Might trade in and go to Gelato.
That's possible. Man. It wouldn't be that bad of a play. Meanwhile, Peaches just is
Very-
collecting blues.
Very good recognition to slow down on the Samsung and get the bird above the roof to kill it instead of having it in the road.
Despin looks like he wants a little bit of the 11 Delfino race, but he will not win unless Peaches soft locks or something. But they're still blues, and he has Rico open, so it's not. He gets a little ahead of Peaches in some regards. These players have just been like following each other more or less. Despin, where are you going? Pausing?
Now I was like, that was my plan. Now what to do? You gotta spray the M.
You know what's funny about the pausing? Is like, I've done that a million times too, and I don't even really recall me doing it in my matches. I'll just watch it back and I'm like, oh my god, I paused like 5 times. It's like kind of like a panic thing.
It is
It's
a
like,
panic response. Okay, so that's probably gonna be grabbing a ton of blues here in Rico along the way to Rico for Harvest, or just for Rico 1 in general. Peaches now opening up Rico to see if they jump in or if they're gonna opt to go to Gelato. Nope. Nope, they're following each other all the way through. Blood pact.
What if they just follow each other for the next like hour, like 40 minutes or whatever? They just the whole match they follow each other, but like they
That
trade
has
goals
happened before.
slightly. We gotta note if they get the linked or not here. That'll be important.
Despin has half of it thus far.
He could get the second one during this fight. Peaches is not routing in those M's right now, which infers he is not going to go to Rico 2 right away. I think Peaches is just doing a full 15 here, which is fair. Can't really argue with that. Despin will have his third linked. Going this way? Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's spooky. I don't spray the X close to it. I usually do a distance spray for the top one, just to be extra safe.
I mean, I do that spray. I just go to the right instead of the fountain.
Despin going back, just to do wall kicks up here to get this blue.
Cute blues routing. I kind of like it. Pausing.
Thinking. It's at 10.
Down. I feel like he should have a lot more. I don't know why.
He skipped the first two. and
Oh,
all
that
these
makes
things.
sense. Okay. Kind of awkward routing here,
Yeah, I think
but
Despin also was thinking like, I should have more than I do right now.
where are we going, Despin? I think he's just bailing on the 15. He might do Rico 3 coverless and try to get by then.
Yeah, he
Which-
can get the 2 on the boathouse, so he can get those plus the 2 in Rico 2.
I mean, actually, I do think Rico 1 with 15 is probably just better.
It's nice if you want to bail immediately. Now you can't really make that call if you want 15 here.
Yeah, like you're gonna be stuck in Rico 2 now if you're Despin, while Peaches can just make the choice to go to Gelato for his last 15, and then you kind of just didn't really get any value from those blues.
Other than building up to 7 totals.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Peaches has 15 yet. I think he has like 13. Because he has 11 Delfino. Oh wait, he didn't get a full 20 Bianco actually, so I don't know how many he has.
18 in Bianco.
Okay, so this is probably 15 then.
17.
Peaches has 15 in Rico according to our trusty stat man. Falcon hit. Can we give Falcon hit VIP? I know we can't pay him, but can we at least give him VIP? Like he's kind of saved like half of our matches by this point.
So yeah, Despin doing the route that I figured he was going to do now once he kind of went back for that one blue and just kind of went back to the boss. Which is fine.
So I think Peaches will now go to Gelato and do 15 in Gelato.
Yeah, I hope Peaches doesn't stay here, because then it would be kind of awkward for you to do 15 in 1 and still go for a Rico 3 coverless.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Despin is at 15. I don't know if it will matter, but it is still important to note.
Peaches
There could
off
be
to the
a
races.
deviation.
Okay.
There could be a deviation if Peaches like decides to do Gelato 1 first and then gets like 15 in Gelato 3.
That would be spooky to push it off to like 3 or hundreds.
I would not recommend it.
I think Peaches wouldn't just because they know Despin already did 20 Bianca Blues, so.
Oh yeah, Peaches is world record holder of Gelato 15, I think. There you go. He's gonna flex his route, or more so just trying to take it out of his memory and see if he still knows it after like a year. Despin, ooh, Despin's trading.
Off to Penna?
No, he's trying to get to Gelato. Oh wait, yeah, he's at 10 shines. God, Despin's so fast.
Still gotta open Gelato though, so.
He's gonna realize it right now. It's gonna be like, oh, damn it.
I guess he'll open it and then go in and do 15. I think that's his plan, and then like with the hidden, and then bail, or do Gelato 1 and bail. Because you
I
still
think
want to
maybe
do a
he-
shine there anyways for 1 from each, and maybe 2 from 7.
You know what? He might actually be thinking about 15 in Pinna 3. Which honestly is not a bad call. Because if you can like be first to Pinna, you lose 15 from 3, but you can win 16 from Pinna at least.
True.
So let's see what Peach's Gelato 15 is. Everyone get out your notepads and pencils and critique him. No, I'm just kidding. It's toxic. Oh,
Almost getting Cataclack.
Despin has no Gelato right now, it looks like. Fair. It's going to Pianta or Pinna? Going to
Probably
Pianta.
7 links as well, since he has 3.
Right.
And then you can
I don't
just
hate a
use down
Pianta
1.
right now.
I think this is okay.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think Pianta's better as like something you do in the middle of the game rather than rush. So I think this is appropriate timing. Can't really disagree too much with it.
Absolutely destroyed that one bird. The other one was not present.
Peaches is good at birds. It's like his specialty.
Uh-oh, the other one is off on the mountain.
I didn't even know the bird could go this far.
Chasing this bird. And
Oh,
also
Peaches is out of water. He might be able to... No.
Nope.
There was a world where maybe he had a little more water, he can make that. Yeah, Peaches has a lot of blues early on here.
Can definitely get 70 in Pinna in about 35 minutes mark if he chooses to leave Gelato after this excursion.
I have a question. So based off this, let's say this is like the one match you saw. Do you think blues are too overpowered right now?
No.
We definitely gotta. I kind of like this. I personally like watching blues be good right now.
I'm gonna say no, just because both players are doing it anyways, and then that's
Right.
still time that they're gonna have to trade for shine progress. So I think
Right.
it's in a good spot with the few cards I've seen. They're not completely underpowered, they're not completely overpowered. I've still yet to see the true functionality of 12 from 4 and 13 or 15 from 3 be applied properly. So, because 15 from 3 is a glorified 45 total skull. That's just what it is.
Yes, exactly. Except you can't do Delfinos now to get like a free 10 blues to bolster your total.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So both players at 4 links. Despin picking up a few more blues here in Pianta just to not have to deal with them later. Peaches off to do Gelato 1, getting cataclocked along the way. And Despin is in a good position to go start taking up Henna value. Now
Yeah,
that
I
he
mean,
is
if you're
not
Despin,
bound to.
you know. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you're Despin, you know that's Gelato pretty much. Because there's 16 Pianta unclicked, there's 16 Pinna unclicked. You likely would not delay those. Maybe you would delay 16 Pianta, but like, I think you kind of know it's Gelato if you're Despin.
And also, important for Despin, he's at 49 blues. So that's literally the perfect count to be able to get 70 in Pinna 1 if he so chooses. Which would be a
He gets
huge steal after Peaches has now spent, 20 plus
Yeah.
minutes in the match, picking up 60 blues.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think Peaches is now gonna just deep gelato.
Yep. And this is pretty
Yes.
important because of 10 yellow button coins.
Yeah. Which I don't think Despin can win now at all.
Unless Peaches ignores it, he will not be winning it.
I think Peaches is gonna do gelato hundo. Now the thing is, if you're Peaches, do you go for the button first and then backtrack to the trees to secure the yellow button? Or do you kind of greed a little bit and you do like, you do the whole 100 and add an extra minute before you get the button? I don't think it matters because Despin is not rushing button. So Peaches will probably just win it anyway. I think that would have been the tell.
No, outside blue, so he can't get 70 in Pinna 1. He is probably just going to finish up at least the links and then do some more for 16 Pinna. He should feel pretty okay about 16 Pinna and 3, considering the 15 from 3 click came out already. It'd be, it's not impossible, I guess, to go do 15 in Rico 1 and then leave to go straight to Pinna, but I don't think it would be ideal routing to do it on this card. You'd also see a 7 links click at this point. So.
Yeah, either way, Despin's going to get close to 70 totals, even if he doesn't get 70 totals, so it's not going to be as free of a goal for Peaches now as he might have thought before, which will be important to note. So Despin could, let's say he just gets to 56, he could steal that. Yeah. There's not a lot of more free blues in Gelato for Peaches, so.
Peaches along the Gelato 2 train had a kind of awkward second mirror because the Cataquack kind of ran at him at a bad angle, so or the Flangella, excuse me. So kind of got scammed.
They look like Cataquacks. You know what I used to call them when I was a kid? I would call them the Waluigi birds because they make the wah sound effect. I don't know, I just thought it sounded like Waluigi as a kid.
7 links for Despin is delaying it, is working on 16 Pinna right now. Needs to hit 27, 25, however many it was.
Needs a few more blues. I think a links delay is fair. Peaches blues progress really. Needs 2 more blues.
Yep. Can come get the stack and stews and then maybe an M back here that he hasn't gotten yet.
Doesn't get the Larvitar blue, unfortunately, but it's alright.
So now the interesting thing is, will Peaches be afraid of 70 totals now? Because it's really rare to think 70 totals is going to be paranoid and 30 minutes into a match.
He might just go to secured after this. Oh no. Okay, no, I thought Peaches was going for the yellow button during the phase, and he bonked, so I thought he was in danger. Yeah, he might go for 70 totals just to secure it after this, but you really don't. In the eyes of, all you really know is Despin has roughly 45 blues.
Yeah.
So it's really if Peaches makes the call that it was a snipe, 15 from 3 in some form. Oh, Peaches is doing the yellow button.
What is this movement? You can just wall jump off the yellow button coin wall. Okay.
Yeah.
That was bizarre.
I wonder if a delay from Peaches would be kind of smart here, because you can probably read that 16 Pinna was Pinna 1.
Yeah.
So I would actually not mind a delay from Peaches.
Just finishing up Pinna 1, not the fastest possible, but still getting it done in less than 1 lap amount of time. Peaches missing the cycle.
Yeah.
Despin up to 3 bosses now, which Peaches will be taking up here. And there's the click. For 10 yellow button coins.
Yeah, that's fair. He probably after that wiggler, like, he still delayed it like 30 seconds, so I think that's fair. Don't want to get too greedy with it.
Despin thinking. We'll see if he goes back to Pianta here.
He might tie up 70 totals now. Although he needs 13, I don't really think he can do that easily in Pianta anymore.
No, he only needs 3 more.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, he
well,
traded in 40.
Okay, well, he'll get these during Piantissimo.
Yeah, I think Peaches is going to lose out on this goal right now, even if he went to Pianta, and that's Peaches is going to be sad face.
That's kind of a big steal, honestly. I think that's important that Despin did this. Granted, he was pretty much forced to do this.
Peaches does not have enough shines. You are only at 8.
Hey, at least he'll get a nice round number of blues after this. Oh, he's thinking about it.
He thought about it.
Oh, he thought.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna go do it. 3-3 hoverless is still on the board, so.
I mean, what value does Pinna have for you at this point, right? Like none. There's no value in Pinna besides 6 Pinna shines. If you really want to.
Yeah, I mean, secret, I guess, and a boss.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it has some stuff. You don't need to rush it though. You don't need to rush it. It's actually a pretty interesting match so far. Peaches has the 100 and a boss shine open.
Despin is delaying 70 totals. That is a little spooky. If you ask me.
He might not be counting correctly. I don't think you would delay that goal from what Peaches has shown, so I'm pretty sure he's just incorrectly counting. There's no reason to delay it. I mean, not that I can really think of at this point.
I'm like, if you want to double click it with 16 piano blues, but I don't. Delaying totals is one of the scariest things you can do.
Nah, I'm fairly sure it's just it's by accident. Like,
Yeah.
there's really there's no like, oh, strategically I'm gonna delay total. Like, it doesn't really work that way.
Peaches having a great time in Rico too. Has opted to just go the long way around. There comes the Wicker Click.
Oh god, Despin.
Despin.
Oh my god.
Whacked cycle, but going for the old school strat, going to the first mushroom.
We'll see if Despin clicks it when he gets to... He might still be able to like win it just by getting to the next round number that he thinks is 80. Or that he thinks is 70, but it's actually 80.
Plus, Peaches has to do Rico through Hoverless, which makes collecting blues in Rico a little bit more annoying. But she also got a ton of blues here already, so...
There's really not... I mean, there's the enemies, but like, it's not gonna really be enough. Oop, dropped a spin.
Spin input?
How many blues did Despin have? I saw him Z menu, but I didn't see.
15, just needs the moon.
Okay. He takes the moon. And yeah, we'll see him if he tries to get to the next round number. We'll know for sure if it's a delay or not, really, by that. Because he's probably going to try to do like 4 blues somewhere right now, if I had to guess.
Yep, delaying 16 count of blues.
Well, yeah, I guess there's not like a reason. There's not a lot of reason to see that if you see Wiggler, to be fair.
And plus a Rico 3 Hoverless click coming out, so there's even less of a reason. Just been thinking, not sure what to do. I would also not be sure what to do since this card is so spread.
He's got to start thinking about what he's going to do about the gelato play, I think. Because there's like 3 goals that Peaches can get that he... Okay, it was a delay. He just clicked 70 totals. So maybe I'm just not woke enough to understand what's happening. But...
Peaches is now crying because they've been at like 60 something, and if they just went to Pinna instead of Rico, they would have had that. But again, value in Pinna is not great.
Peaches was about to... Peaches just like set it up. He's just like, nah, I don't fuck it. I don't feel like it. He jumped into the cutscene. That's awesome.
I think at this point you kind of have to just bide your time and set up with some shine progress to get, you know, towards 5 bosses, 5 secrets, you know, build progress to pin a SM, 6 pin a shines, things like that.
You're holding 3 goals ransom right now with the gelato stuff as well. Is another thing to keep in mind. How close is Despin and Noki? Noki, like if Despin can get to Noki 200s before Peaches does gelato 100s, that could be huge, honestly.
So Peaches is at like 16 if he traded in.
Despin
at
is
15 with 18 with trade-ins. So could definitely do it, right? Just get Yoshi and just bail, I guess.
Depends how urgent he thinks he needs to get to Noki or whatever. He's thinking.
Yeah, Despin's thinking hard. I think the correct call is just bide your time in Pinna right now and set up.
Yeah, because you need to get some other goals to counteract it, so you'll be able to hold Shadow Mario and 6 Pin of Shines ransom, at least. I would like to see an earlier Pin of 2R from him, I think, to be honest. I don't think Yoshi really gets you anything right now.
Pin of 2R doesn't get you towards Pin of SM, though.
It's a Shine and a Secret, at least, which might be a more contested goal.
Peaches is currently at 2. Despin is currently at 2. So their secret counts are not very high.
Nope. Which is fair. They don't have a lot of value in this card. Pretty good at pin a 3 from Despin, it looked like. Did the big boy strats, the task strats.
Peaches finishing up their 4th boss. Just needs Manta now for 5 if they want to go the fast way.
I would not be opposed to a Manta by Peaches, honestly, right now.
And it also sets you up for 1 from each pretty nicely.
NPCs, and it's a secret.
They're kind of sitting there as well.
It's a secret as well, 2 from 7 progress. I
I
would not be opposed to him doing it like right now.
Despin is like, I'm done with Pinna. No more. I'm off the gelato.
Despin. Oh, Peach is also going to gelato, I think. Which is fair. He can't leave these goals ransom up forever. You're gonna need to do them eventually. There's just a lot that you need to kind of do.
Sandbird, 100s in a boss. Yep. Now, another interesting goal that's going to be coming up pretty soon here is 13 Delfino Shines.
That is interesting.
They both have a ton of blues and a lot of free Delfino to go through. So
they don't do either one of them have a single Delfino shine? I don't think they do.
No.
I'm pretty sure no one's collected a. Peaches baited us with the pepper at the start. In fact, but he didn't actually get the shine.
Yeah. That's been picking up their 3rd secret. 1 from each progress, where gelato has been checked off.
So we'll see what Despin does next. He might be the one to go to Serena. I wouldn't be. Ooh, re-entering. 2 from 7, I guess, and maybe 1R. I don't know if this is the time for this, honestly.
Second 1. It's just so awkward. This card is really hard to route because it's so spread out.
It is hard to route, and it's also hard to route if you know Peaches has access to like 3 goals that you will not get.
I do agree that you shouldn't do Gelato 2 at this point.
I think he's doing 100. Despin, you have Gelato 2 open, it's faster. You could just do 200. You're gonna lose the goal anyway, but you could have just... I don't understand this play, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, his Shine's in it. He's gonna do Shines in a secret, but I still am not huge on this. Maybe if Peaches falls down like 5 times, Despin.
I was about to go on a tangent that like while Peaches is having to commit to this stuff eventually, you should be setting up for other goals that also take, you know, don't take that long time, right? Like Noki 100s, 5 NPC blues, you're 1 shine away from Pianta, like that kind of setup is important, I think, at this point in the game. Not like the worst call, since you don't really know what Peaches is doing. He clicked Wiggler Shine, he clicked Wiggler for Helpless. It's kind of weird for him to go back now. Like, you think he'd be going off to do Pinna or something else, but...
This might have been better had Despin not done Pinna 3, I feel like. Or even Gelato 1. As scary as it is not to do it flubbless, like...
We've seen how
I
that
don't
gone.
know.
We've seen how Gelato 100 Inside the Secret without Flood has gone many times on this channel.
No, there is a chance Peaches just delays this.
That is
It would not
true.
be that egregious of a delay from Peach's perspective. Now, will he? I guess we'll find out. I think Peaches is just going to click it, though. That's my prediction.
Right,
You
it's
know
6-5
that-
right now. I mean, and it's like, as Peaches, do you feel like Despin is going to do this anytime soon?
If I would be concerned about hundreds and a boss shine. Not, but like if you're going to click hundreds and a boss shine if you're Peaches.
Oh, yeah.
Which
there's
she
that
does.
click. So Despin could still win Gelato 100's click.
I think what kind of sucks is you kind of have to. I don't really think you have a choice.
I think the problem with this 100 coin shine in a boss episode click is if you click it, you should just click Gelato 100s because you've already clicked Wiggler off at that point.
Yeah, you're really not hiding anything. Like Despin probably knows it's Gelato, but it's just like
Despin is
trying to
just, like,
scoop it up.
He is like sweating bullets right now and just wants this shine over with.
But like the thing about this hundreds and a boss shine delay, or hundreds and a boss shine click without Gelato is you're not like where else would that be? It's not Noki. You would have clicked Noki by now. You know you have Gelato open. It just doesn't really make sense to delay it. Yeah. Like maybe you're trying to feign a Serena 1, but like why would you do that on this card?
Yeah, especially when 5 bosses
know
on the
this-
card.
But if Despin actually wins this, it's kind of important, I feel like. Now, will he? That is up to
He
Peaches.
has very little time left to click it, and by he is Peaches, so...
I feel like...
We're gonna be
Despin-
close! This is gonna be
I
a
don't
very
know.
sad phase for Peaches in a moment.
I don't know how long Peaches is going to delay. Like, he might just click it after the shine.
That's too long. Oh, maybe not if Despin can't find the Cataquax.
It's 3. He needs... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. I don't know. He's gonna get 3 inside the secret? This is insane. My heart's kind of pounding for Despin right now.
Yeah, Despin has to get to the shine and not die, and then Peaches really needs to click it off.
Oh, God. This is so... This is tight.
Oh, no.
Oh,
my
no.
god!
That-
No, that's so tragic for Despin. Now he gets no value other than a shine and a secret, and just spent the last, like, 5 minutes doing this.
Oh, God.
He just literally clicked that, like, 3 seconds before he, like, was up.
I cannot believe that actually ended up working, honestly.
Peach is getting destroyed in Ruko 5, but on his
Despin
way to
crying.
his 5th boss.
Wow. What a...
That is huge for Peaches, especially after losing 70 totals.
Yeah, Despin is not looking too happy right now, and I can't blame him. I would not be happy either.
I think Despin needs to...
He needs to go to Serena, I feel like.
Ren.
But he's gonna lose 5 boss shines, so maybe not. I don't know. This isn't looking
Does he have
too...
on secret 3? He has 3 secrets, I guess. I guess Pinna's fine at this point then, because then you could set up for 5 secrets, 6 Pinna, Pinna SM.
I think you gotta start working towards 1 from each, 2 from 7.
Yeah, Noki hundreds and 5 NPCs at this point is also
Right.
important things to be looking at. Especially with Delfino and Inoki. If not that you really need it since all these blues, but you probably want to consider it at some point.
Each is delaying 5 bosses. Not that it's that big of a deal, but...
Despin has 3, so yeah. Peaches has 3 secrets. He still has not done Pinna 2.
Peach is making the Serena call, which I think is appropriate.
I feel like
I like the Despin Pinafore strip.
wait. Yeah, no, Peaches only has 3.
Does he?
I think it would have been better than just not do Rico 4 and 5 and instead do Serena 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't really see a lot of
You
reason
already
for
had the 2
Rico.
from 7 progress.
I guess it just... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, not huge on that one.
Despin save warping out of pin of 4 is on 19 shines. So it only needs 1 more to get to Noki and can do Noki hundreds. Despin only needs Serena and Noki for 1 from each. Peaches needs
Pianta?
the same plus a Pianta shine.
So Despin might be able to win this. I don't know. It's not going to win 5 bosses. That we know.
Yes.
Unless Peaches just over delays.
Despin's at 3 bosses right now. This is his 4th.
Yeah, like, so he would have to over delay it for like 10 minutes.
And Peaches
Could
is
happen.
collecting. Yeah, Peaches is collecting their 6.
6 bosses. Let's go. 2v2 goal? I think it's a 2v2
It is.
goal.
It is. It's also interesting because Peaches literally did pin a 1 and then just left. Didn't even do pin a 2. So that's like a secret and 2 from 7 progress were right there. That, I mean, good thing he did because he went back and did a lot of hundreds and then clicked at the perfect time to make Despin waste 5 minutes. But kind of an interesting call.
So we'll see what happens with 1 from each here. Peaches has to stop for Pianta. Pianta 1's not a super fast shine, but it's not super slow. I mean, it's actually somewhat fast. It takes
It's a minute 30, which does Despin have a minute 30 left in this? Probably not, but
NPCs could be important here, but like you, as both players, you get NPC. Like you're gonna get the NPCs.
yeah. Now the
You're not
call,
gonna.
Peaches could do Goldbird and just not care about hundreds, and win 1 from each at that point. But I don't know if that's the call he made.
I don't think Peaches is gonna do hundreds. I think he's gonna do Goldbird, Pianta 1, start setting up for 2 from 7 stuff.
Okay, 5 bosses
baby.
clicked. Delayed by a boss.
I think Peaches miscounted. So now you kind of know if you're Despin, that's probably Serena.
It was the Rico 4 and 5 was a little weird. I mean, I guess Rico 4 is a sign and a secret, because then he's still at 3 with 2 secrets open, and has Bianca hitting, so 4.
This is Peach's 4th NPC right here, right? You got Bianca.
Yes. See, this is why I don't like this update, this patch. There's too much counting. You guys I cannot believe you guys expect us to count this much.
Counting in bingo, how dare we? Yeah, I know it is a lot though, I agree. Peaches is just going to secure 5 NPCs, which I think is the right call.
Yep. Despin also picking up. That's a 4th banana.
Maybe he's going to Serena whenever. Yeah. Yeah. Peaches looks pretty good. It's looking tougher and tougher for Despin to win this. I don't think he's out of it though yet.
He has Penna and Pianta and Ransom. He just needs to protect the right goals, which is like really hard for him right now. It's 5 secrets. 5 secrets, 7 shines and secrets. Despin crying because he just lost NPCs.
Despin looks a little defeated right now, which I can't blame him. I'd feel a little sad. He might do it.
Noki hundreds wins you 1 from each as Despin, so that's fine. That's a double click right there.
I feel kind of bad for Despin. Despin just looks sad in this match.
I agree, but he also willingly did a lot of 100s instead of 2, so...
Yeah. Well,
for
his
a sign and a
logic
secret.
was... Yeah, I mean,
Not trying to be, like, a D-bag about it, but I don't agree with the decision.
I don't know.
toast.
I get why he did gelato 100 in secret. That being said, it's a big commitment for a goal you might not win. I think if you're Despin, you kind of have to accept you're probably not going to win that goal. It's kind of the thing. Like, you see Wiggler light up, Peaches is gonna wanna... You're kind of banking on Peaches just being
Not
greedy.
doing it at that
And you
point.
don't... I feel like as a bingo player, you do not want to have to rely on someone else messing up.
It is usually not the best plan of action.
Despin, you don't need this
Despin,
many
you have
coins.
more than enough coins, my guy.
You have like 5 extra. Despin, you don't need this many coins.
Unless you already got the
God.
5 up there.
He did not.
Yeah, no, 23 is the magic number from up here. I think you could
Sorry,
do
like-
it with even less, actually, but 23 is faster.
Yeah. That's alright.
Peaches finishing up Serena 2. That should be their 4th secret. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then has Pinna 2 open. Which would be their
Yeah.
6th sign in a secret. And then get
Despin,
Pinna 2R. You don't need these boxes.
Despin has like 7 extra coins right now. It's alright though. He'll realize that once he gets to the top. He's like, I grabbed him. How's Peaches shines in his secret? Does he have any other shines in his secret besides the secrets?
Secrets plus Bianco hidden.
So he has 6. So he could just secure that. Yeah, Peaches is, and then he has Eel Blue soon. So Peaches is looking like a winning position.
Yep.
His win con is...
and then Sandbird.
Yep. I think he's won this match. Unless he makes the wrong call and just like leaves right now, which he could do. I don't know why he would though. I feel like your win con is just very clear at this point if you're Peaches.
Mhm.
I feel like you don't look at anything else besides just...
He's gonna stay in Pinna, which also actually is not a terrible call, but it would be a little bit risky.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you like do a Pinna, like a 6 Pinna Shines play with Pinna Shadow Mario. That could be interesting, but...
Okay, 5 secrets clicked off. Despin gonna be delaying Yoki hundreds and 1 from each.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Never
Or
mind, I
not.
just spoke a little too early.
Yeah.
Nice ground pound. That was well timed. Forward camera angle. Despin has to make like the most insane call and somehow block Sandbird Blues at this point.
I don't think he can. I think it's too slow to... He would have to do
Right?
Noki 1 through
Noki
3
1
right now.
4. Yeah, that's...
It's just
Okay.
not...
Well, he's in Noki 1. This, I mean, at least is a 2 from 7 play, but...
If Peaches like dies in Sandbird, that might might do it.
Yeah. Dies once in Pinna 2R and dies once in Sandbird, and he might make it.
Alright, well
close.
this is the start. He missed Mole Skip. For Despin, this is... Oh, but
Oh,
Despin also messed up.
Despin dropping inputs.
Despin, yeah. Well, Peaches is still crying a little bit.
Moleskip is
Gets
not
it by
free.
nothing. Is not.
Those hitboxes are humongous on the bombs.
He just like jumped in the wrong way. Dude, this is actually like good for Despin right now. This might be important. Okay, I don't know if that's
there you
enough to
go.
really matter. If now Peaches dies in Sandbird, like I think Despin wins the goal, maybe? I don't know. I kind of see what Despin is going for with the Gelato 100, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't work, I think.
2 from 7 for Despin. Sure. Sounds like 2 from 7 to me.
You know what? At this point, it just sounds right.
I think
Is
it
it?
is. Did he do the second in Serena? Did he do 2 in Delfino?
No, I don't even think that's 2. I think we have to unclick that. Hold on, let's think. 2 in Bianco, 2 in Rico. It's not 2 from 7. I trust Falcon. I'm unclicking it.
Because I don't think he did a second in Serena or in Delfino.
I'm just gonna unclick it. I feel like I'm adding salt to Despin's wound right now because he's already in pain. But
Yeah, I mean, Peaches is off to the races to go get Sandbird Blues right now, and Despin's a Noki too, so...
I feel bad. I just feel bad. Like I feel like Despin's already having a bad day with this match. Maybe not a bad day, but a bad match. Like
I
from
think
his
he's had a good
perspective.
day. Yeah, this match is just a little brutal. This card was
Yeah.
hard. I think at any level, this card is hard.
And I feel like I'm just spitting into Despin's face right now. Like, haha, I just unclicked your goal. Like I have to, but
Despin saying, "Ah, I remember now," knowing which one he missed, probably. We'll see if he can snag that before Peaches claims up these blues or if he'll continue on his Noki escapade.
It should be important to note that like mini tournaments in general can be very exhausting. Like it can be a lot. Also, no, Despin's leaving Noki. That was his last chance. With Peaches messing up the entry a lot, dude, Despin might have had a chance.
He still needed to do Noki 3.
I know, but like, could have.
If Peaches died at the top,
well, listen,
like,
it's
on the
what
very
Despin
last,
needs.
on the very last blue.
It's what Despin needs to win right now. That's all I'm
But
saying.
yeah, Despin wants his goal. He wants his goal back, which is fair enough. When you see 5 secrets and 7 SIS clicked,
I feel like if you're Despin, your morale is not high.
or not. Wait, maybe that's only 1 in Delfino.
No, it's only one. No one's gotten any Delfino Shines, and that's fair, because Delfino Shines weren't that good.
They could have been important, but they weren't. Too much shine progress elsewhere. Okay, Despin finishing up 2 from 7 now. Peaches enjoying the ride on the bird made of sand. 3 blues, just 1 to go. Well played by Peaches. Very scary delay that could have not worked out in his favor, but somehow did, miraculously.
I think it was a good showing from Peaches. I will say that he kind of, I don't want to say
He's
lucky,
still
but
favored
like, Despin
to win.
did follow him a lot places, to be fair to Despin. Like, Despin was just in the wrong place in the wrong time, but Peaches' route was still very solid.
Yeah, even with the... If Despin won Gelato 100, it still wouldn't... I mean, it would be like, what, 12 to 9 right now, so it'd be a close game, nonetheless, and I think Peaches would still be favored to win at the end.
I do think so, yeah.
GG to both competitors.
Yep.
And Peaches is the grand winner of the mini tournament.
After not playing the game for like 2 months.
Being washed 3-0. Beating number 2 in Division 1 of Season 3. Despite being tight 7.
Yeah.
Welcome, Despin. GG's on the match.
Hey, what's up?
We'll see if
Yeah.
Peaches wants to join.
It was
Don't know.
interesting because you followed him to a decent handful of goals. So,
Yeah.
Welcome, Peaches. GG's on the match, and congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
So what'd you guys think of the card?
Ooh, there was a lot on this card.
That's a weird card.
Blue seemed like okay, but like not enough to win. Pena was okay, Bianco was okay, Pianta was okay, but like I don't think there's like any obvious routes.
Yeah, this is a hard card for sure. And then
Mhm.
I kind of followed you. I think I followed you, and I tried to do too much at the start. Like I think me, I don't know. It was weird. Where was your 15? Where was your 15 from 3? Where was that?
Exact same thing.
Bianco, Rico, Gelato.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I was trying to do Bianco, Rico, and Pianto or Pinna, but I ended up doing Pinna. Man, I just like I kept getting sniped to stuff. It was kind of sad. The NPCs, I literally just like was walking up to the fire Pianta. I was like, oh. And I was trying to get cheeky with Gelato 100 coins. I actually was doing that, and I was like, I'll do it as a secret. Work towards shines and secrets. And right about as I was going up to it, you clicked it. So
we were kind of grilling that decision. Not
I'm
grilling, but
sure.
it was,
I don't think it was
we-
good.
we
Like
just-
I was
we-
aimless
was
throughout
it
a lot of this.
before or
Like,
after
I sat in Pinna for a long time doing nothing. I don't know. The Pianta didn't get me anything really. Like I just kind of did a lot of stuff that didn't matter.
Despin did Gelato 1 right when you started Gelato 100's Peaches, and then started his Gelato 100's when you were about halfway through 3.
Mhm.
And then you clicked it like maybe 5 seconds. You delayed that click like perfect
so
amount,
he saw
which
me
was
click
also
lost 100 and kept going.
Well, yeah,
That's
I'd already
crazy.
had.
Yeah,
I was in the secret
Oh,
with
wow.
the shine spawned. So
that's crazy.
yeah.
Despin was at like 70 coins when you clicked boss 100s, which we were wondering why you delay Gelato 100s anyways, Peaches, when it was like almost very clear it was Gelato 100s.
Yeah, I knew it was Gelato 100s. I was just like, well, I sure hope he just doesn't decide to click it soon.
Yeah.
I should have actually thought about that and been like, I'll just get it outside the secret or something. Because like I feel like I'm ahead to the remaining goals. Maybe not
You are,
13
but it's like
Delfino.
it's like a 50-50 though is
I
the
have
issue.
3 in
Right.
Penna right now, and I think we're probably pretty even in Delphino.
I'm just like, if I had not done Gelato 100 in a secret, then it might be kind of winnable, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It is what it is. I wouldn't have had to try and get eel blues, which is what I was trying to do at the end, you know? So I would have, you know, focused on Delfinos and then cleaned up Pianta. I only needed 1 more shine, and then Pinna, I only needed like 2 more shines. So,
Yeah, I thought about not even going real
race
blues
close.
and just sitting in Pinna, but
what's that?
I thought about not even doing eel blue, sandbird blues and just sitting in Pinna because 2R was my last in a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peaches made it close at the end. The mole skip took about a minute. The sandbird entry was a couple
I almost
tries.
missed the cycle in Pinna too.
Peaches was not having a good time then, and then Despin, you looked like you were just in pain after that Gelato hundreds.
And the NPC.
Yeah. Because I was like, man, NPCs is still, I probably should freaking do that. And like, you know, I was doing 1 from each, stuff like that. It was like, I don't know, just
Yeah,
if
I should have done the NPCs before Manta, like before I entered Serena, and then I was like halfway through Manta, and I was like, oh, I could get 5 NPCs, like right after this.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I had done what I did without like, I don't know, just cutting out one of the things I tried to do and then putting everything earlier would have just like worked, you know. So, but that's you know, I don't want to like, oh John's, but you know, getting back into bingo, it's hard and like
this was a really hard card. So.
Yeah, well, like after 3 games, I feel like I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm thinking bingo now. I'm thinking in like processing again. So
it's just a little like mini tournament to like get everyone back into it and de-rust and stuff. So no shame, and you still made it pretty far, and we got a whole season ahead. So
oh yeah,
heck yeah.
One more thing. So you guys basically did the same exact stuff at the start for the first like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
you guys were literally doing the same blues in Bianco.
So if we were doing the same thing, how did I lose Bianco hidden?
So I was doing it, and I'm like, he's probably doing this too. Why don't I stop doing? So I got like 17 blues in Bianco or something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go and hit it, and maybe get ahead to Delfino blues.
That's what I wanted to ask, because your route, Peaches, was like throwing me off. You went like so to the far end of Bianco, and I was like, is he only getting 15? And then you started getting more. I'm like, is he getting 20 without the rocket?
Yeah,
and then
I think I was like just looking at the clock, and it became painfully obvious we were both doing the same thing, and I did not want to race Despin.
Oh no!
So
okay, which I mean, it ended up being a good call,
and it worked
traded the goal.
Because then
But it was just kind of funny because you both just like were doing the same exact thing, and then you started like you did different routes after the village blues, and then
no idea where to go. I totally forgot that route.
You went all the way up to the windmill, and then you like kind of slowly came down towards the secret.
I'm surprised that I remembered the Bianco 20 route like almost perfectly. I just got the windmill thing too early. But like other than that, like that's one that I always no wait. I remember this because the last time we played Peaches, I had like the worst Bianco 20 of all time. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn Bianco 20. I'm actually gonna learn it, and I still remember it. So
yeah, there was I remember like the rocket route where you do like the lakeside first, but I got enemies in one of my earlier matches, and like the rollouts were so bad, I just did not want to like do any rocket tech this match.
Oh, no.
Peaches also set up for honey skip, and then I was like, actually, I don't be like doing this.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Fair.
It wasn't like you killed it.
It wasn't so much like actual honey skip. I just wanted the 30-40 seconds, whatever it is, to think. Because I did it in both of my earlier matches, like no problem. I just needed a time.
It was just funny.
I have 2 remaining questions. Despin, why did you delay 70 tolls?
I just felt like it gave a little too much information, like that I was in, because like at that point I hadn't clicked 16 Piano Blues, right? And so it was like, well, if I click that, then he pretty much knows that's what I'm doing, you know, because there's nowhere else with blues left, right? So
it was just a little spooky because Peaches was sitting at 63 for a hot minute. So
I know it's spooky, but
wait, do I have
figured
6 bosses?
You had 6 bosses when you clicked 5, Peaches. That was the other question.
Wiggler, Mecha, Petey,
And
Blooper.
two
bloopers.
bloopers.
And Manta, I forgot one.
Oh,
of
you
those.
did two
Okay, that's cool.
bloopers?
Well, I went out of my way to do 2 bloopers.
You
Thinking I
did,
needed
yeah,
that
you
for the
did Ritual
fifth.
4 and 5, and then went to Manta. I was like, why didn't you just go to Manta to begin with?
What?
Nice.
Oh no. I can't believe I lost this. Kipo. Kipo.
I mean, I wanted the secret anyway, but I was
Yeah,
just
you
like...
did. It ended up working out, so it was just kind of funny. But yeah, if that's everything that everyone has, Peaches, despite being washed and rusty and a Hollow Knight gamer now, no more sunshine. 3 O's, the mini tourney, and is the victory.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
Yep, GG's guys.
So I hope everyone had a good day of this very good long day of bingo. Everyone played 2 to 3 matches, which is a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But season 4 gonna be pretty hype, coming up in about a week and a half, 2 weeks ish. So
Yeah. I tried entering a command, but there's not a command to sign up. But just go to the Discord if you want to, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Do it.
so
yeah, thanks
rating
everyone.
SB. Go support SB. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.